Hit it, Connor.
Hit it, Connor.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Connor. Connor's wearing a sweatshirt that says girls are always right. And I can't help thinking that it's because of us.
Yeah, he's flirting with us.
Mm-hmm. And obsessed with us.
Slut.
If it was like a professional workplace environment, we could probably get him fired for how horny he is.
But he owns the company.
Us.
Who's
He
gonna
owns
fire
who's
him?
gonna fire him.
Yeah.
God, the police. We'll call both.
Yeah, I will write Yelp reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have a gorgeous, gorgeous guest to get to.
Yeah, we do. And we have a really fun topic.
I'm excited for the topic.
It's
been a minute since we've had like real like single girl chats because we're both wiped the fuck up. Do you want to do the intro?
Of course.
Okay.
Our guest today is an award-winning stand-up comedian.
Which award?
It's award season.
Yeah, it's
Stand-up
award
comedy
season.
awards.
It's stand-up comedy award season. Our guest today is an award-winning stand-up comedian, a native of Chicago, half Chinese, half white, which would be called Weijin. Okay? And she is a bisexual, famously a bisexual and a woman looking for love. Please give a hand for Julia SHIPLETT.
Yay.
Hi, girls. Happy to be here.
I gotta say, we don't always give the full race and sexual preference of our guests.
Yeah, that felt special.
Yeah.
It's so unique for you.
I know.
Which is cool.
Well, you know, they might look at you and be confused.
Let them be confused. I
That's
don't care.
true. That's true.
Why do they have to know?
I feel like we're going to go there, though. I feel like this is a place where we talk about
then let it
our
happen
roots.
Organically.
It's also things that I
I'm
like
for
about you.
Prepping the audience. Okay, that's good. My favorite things about
these
you.
identities.
Yeah.
I like that about you. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I also have a lot of identities, Julia, and you can't always tell. You can't tell by looking at me that I'm a proud Filipino American woman.
Oh my God.
So
Carolina loves to tell me that she's Asian. She's like, as a sister of the Asian community,
Right.
I have these
She
strong
also
opinions on
claims
this.
Indian real
oh, but I'm
hard.
actually 1/8 Indian.
Right.
I am. Ask
Fine.
Artie. Ask Maya.
I'm not
You
denying
can get
you
away
that.
with all this, but if a white woman was ever like, I'm 1/8, blah, 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 I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up.
But I am actually 1/8.
I know.
Wait, but then you just claim Asian as
Yeah.
well.
I
Okay,
mean,
for fun.
that is
Okay,
how
cool.
it is. But I'm Filipino in my heart and in my soul.
Oh, right. Okay, great.
No.
Correct.
Glad we cleared that up. Fantastic.
Should we
Julia,
do
how
a
are
check-in?
you?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm like shockingly good. And I don't know why, because there's nothing really going on that's exciting or good news at the moment. I'm kind of just like doing my thing and vibing this week, actually.
You seem great.
good.
You seem like
Yeah.
happy. Your skin looks great. Hair looks great, per
you.
usual.
Thank you.
You are, I think, the copywriter of the Fuck Ass Bob. You had this before anyone.
This is true.
Before the term was invented.
That's
you do-
huge for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have this haircut as a child, and then I was a long hair girl for many, many years
Mhm.
when I was more in my.
I never knew you with long hair.
You did. Melissa
I
did.
did. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. When I got to New York 10 years ago, I had long hair and bangs.
Yep.
And then I chopped it off within a few months. And then it was like a little bit longer. And then I grew it back out to like here.
Mhm.
And then I chopped it all off again, I would say.
Do you feel, and I say this coming from, because I feel this, that you, not that you looked ugly, not that you were ugly. I feel I used to make myself very ugly for stand-up. Maybe not on purpose even, but like I got very bad
totally.
bangs.
No.
I was wearing glasses when
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily need to be doing that. In Pittsburgh, hardcore, I would wear like pajamas just like not draw attention or get made fun of for like what I was wearing.
I dressed like Steve Jobs for a good 5
Yeah.
years.
Oh
in
my God, I
stand-up.
remember your black turtleneck phase, but that was chic. That was chic though.
But the truth is, and that I feel like was a very intentional, like, I want people to see me as just this blank canvas of a woman.
yes.
Like,
that's what I
think
was
of me
getting
as asexual, so you listen to my jokes and you have no preconceived notion about
It
me.
never
Yeah.
occurred to me to do that. Did someone tell you guys to do that?
I mean,
No,
I think it's like internalized sexism.
100%.
And thinking like you gotta be
the culture of an open mic at that time.
It's like
when we were
straight-
still doing straight guy open mics,
Yeah.
which was insane. I will never forget, and I won't say this comedian's name, a famous comedian who I used to babysit her baby gave me a really gorgeous Topshop faux fur because she was made fun of horribly at the Comedy Cellar. For wearing it. I know. And I was like, I cannot accept this and you need to wear this coat again. She's like, I'm literally going to throw it in the trash. I was like, well, thank you so much. This hourly is not great.
But that makes me sad that she wouldn't even wear it off stage.
Yes.
Well, I did do that where I would dress differently off stage and
yes,
on.
Totally.
But the truth is now I've kind of come back to that like a little bit, but not because of anything internalized. I'm just like, oh, I do like to dress like a preppy teenage boy sometimes.
And that's hot.
And that's like my style.
And that's hot and bisexual. I'm wearing a
Thank you.
bisexual jumpsuit. Nobody said anything about it.
It's really good. We both complimented you. We love it.
I'm just kidding.
complimented
Just
you. We
kidding.
just
They
didn't
did.
know
They
it was
complimented me hard.
bisexual.
Yeah. Well, I was looking and I was like, what is
Jumpsuits are like inherently
bisexual?
pretty
That's what I
queer.
thought too.
Yeah.
I never changed. Oh yeah, I could see that. I feel pretty queer when I wear a jumpsuit.
Carolina also identifies as 1/8 queer.
Yeah.
Which means she went down on one girl in
on her
college.
mom's side.
Her mom's side's a little queer. And she talks about it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, don't be mad at me because I'm open to exploring my sexuality.
I don't think you are.
Yeah,
Not
I am.
anymore.
Oh, okay.
Still?
I am. Oh my God, did I tell you I saw my crush? Remember the crush that I used to have on that comedian?
I do.
I saw my crush.
Oh, yeah.
I saw my crush recently, and Sydney was also there, and she said that I was acting weird. And I felt activated when I saw my crush.
Okay. Did she look good?
Yeah, she did look good, but she, again, has absolutely no interest in me. When I tell
You're
you.
also a married woman, Carolina.
Yeah, but
like,
before,
I think that
when I
people are
wasn't
not-
married, I told her I had a crush on her, and she said, no, ma'am.
I didn't know that you had made it clear.
Yes, I said.
Carolina
because-
shot her shot.
Yeah, I shot my shot.
Then you can live with no regrets.
I live
true.
with no regrets.
Tried.
But you know
Her
what? I
loss.
haven't seen her in a long time, and I did not expect to still kind of have a crush on her.
That's
I
great.
still had a crush.
Fair.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
But
That's
it's
still
nothing
in
we
you.
can do.
alive
There's
inside.
nothing we can do about it because she said, no, ma'am. Also, I'm married. But had she been like, hey, I would
Husband
have been
caveat.
like,
I think I had to say, let me make a call real quick.
Let
Let me confirm. Let me confirm that this is okay with my Uber driver.
yeah. Julie and I were, oh, wait, Melissa, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just got back from Pennsylvania. I was with my grandma and we just had like a gorgeous time.
Gorgeous.
That's
It's
sweet.
so funny. Like sometimes when I'm with her, not that we've had a perfect relationship or it's always been easy. Like she's very big on the questions that are like, so do you regret that decision you made 7 years ago, you know, career-wise or something like that? Like where I'm like, what the fuck is it? She's like a Sagittarius who
This
wants
is-
to like get to the core.
Family members do this.
It's crazy. However, when the vibe is good, I'm like, this is the person who has made me happier than anyone in the whole world. Like unconditional love does exist because I like only that relationship.
I love
So
that.
it was just like, I was like, oh my God. I was just like steeping in it all weekend. It was really gorgeous.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Was it just you and your grandma?
Yeah. I'm kind of doing like reverse baby proofing where I'm like, okay, we are not using that device. Or like she didn't have a dustpan. She's like, no, I bend down and I sweep up the crumbs with a wet paper towel. And I'm like, no, we don't, bitch. You're 96. Like
You're not leaning
I'm
over.
ordering this on Amazon. Like I'm just like kind of, you have to like literally be there and like observe the life. And like she needed a new coat. Didn't tell anyone. It's end of winter almost. And I'm like, you just have to be there for like 2 days before she'll be like, actually, I do need this. So we're
You're
kind of doing that.
Elderly proofing.
Elderly
Oh,
That's
proofing.
sweet. That's
Cute.
you're a
been
good
really nice.
granddaughter.
I love it. I mean, if I didn't like her, I don't know if I'd be doing it. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I'm
I'm just kidding.
get
Obviously,
it.
I would. Obviously, I would. I love old people, but it's really easy. Like I'm
I
not
also
being
love
like, oh,
old
I'm an
people.
amazing grandmother. I'm like, it's actually the easiest thing in the world. I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah. Cute. I was
very
obsessed with
cute.
my grandma on my dad's side too.
I know.
That was my ride or die.
Yeah, she's made us say too.
Me and Julia were talking the other day. So our topic for today is body language / flirting. And I think this is a great topic for us to have Julia on for because Julia told me and
Because
I
she's
love
bisexual and part Asian. Or
And
go into that.
Yes,
Oh, God.
but not that's not the biggest reason. The biggest reason is because Julia told me something that I felt was like really beautiful and like she set the intention for 2024. She's like, I want to find love in 2024. And I love that. Like, I just feel like
Yes.
bitches don't want to say
I told
that
you that.
shit anymore.
Yeah, and I told you that in confidence.
Was it in confidence? No, you didn't say
No,
it was in confidence.
It wasn't.
I
I don't know if
keep-
it was
Well, it's a
podcast
Pippin over
public, but
here.
here we go.
But here we go. I think it's a great
Yeah.
topic. And
It is.
also,
And I think that it's actually a good idea to put it out there. I too am always like, ugh, people are making me say my goals and whatever, but I think it is good to get it recorded permanently on the airwaves.
because
You're
girls
right.
are always saying, or people are always saying how they like set the intention and then they find their person. So I think that's great. But on the way to finding your person, we also had a discussion the other day about flirting and how to flirt on the apps, off the apps.
And how I'm bad at it.
No,
Yeah,
I would not say that
right.
you're bad at
I
it. I
am.
would
I
say that
am.
you could take more risks.
Yeah,
Mm.
I would
Yeah.
say you could take more risks, have a little bit more fun with it.
I know.
Get a little sassy with it, get a little spicy with it.
I know.
And so now, Julia, why don't you talk about a success story of advice from Carolina? Take it away.
Carolina hijacked my phone. She hijacked my Raya. And I connected with someone, a musical artist who I'm a big fan of.
Mm.
And,
And she's
I
like,
was
should I say I'm a big fan?
No, I wasn't going to say that. I definitely was not going to say that. But I was like, I wasn't going to say that. No, I'm cool with that. I wouldn't say that. But I just wasn't going to say anything. And I knew he wasn't going to say anything. So I was like, nothing's going to happen. And she was like, no, give me your phone. And I was like, no, because Carolina has texted some dumb shit on my behalf before. But she texted, what did you say? You were like, what did you say?
I said it's
You're
getting
like, oh,
serious.
You're like, it's giving a musical. It's giving serious, but are you fun?
uh-huh.
And then
And then I said, what does a girl have to do to get a fruit basket?
what is a
his
girl have to
name-
get sent a
his
fruit basket
music
around
name
here?
had-
Don't we cut that part out? We cut that out.
What are we? Oh, that his
I
name
know.
has. Yeah.
Yeah. No shit, bitch. We cut that out. We bleep that out.
Okay, we bleep
bleeping
that.
it out.
We
Okay.
bleep that. Yeah,
Okay.
we bleep it.
And he immediately responds, and he was like,
Because
what
that's
did he
funny.
That's what I'm saying.
It was good. It was
I
good. And
play with
that's
these
not something I
boys.
would have said. And
Yeah,
it was good.
probably me
Okay,
either.
great.
She's good for that sometimes.
She
It's-
is.
You get a lot of misses, but when she hits, she hits.
No, you don't get a lot of misses. I'm actually really good at flirting. And then what happened?
And then he was like, very fun. Do you want to find out? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I
Yes,
don't
I do.
remember. I should have. What did I say? I was like, I do. And then I don't. We were like, we went back and forth. Carolina was driving it,
Yeah.
and then there was the next day. Didn't have Carolina anymore. And then I responded to something. Silence. I was like, Carolina, I need you back. Like I couldn't do anything on my own.
I'm telling
It's
you.
hard since.
It's hard.
It's hard, and I think we're done.
Oh.
I think
But
we're done here.
I'm good
what a fun
at
tale.
flirting. My thing that I would say with flirting is that like I feel like it depends. Especially if you don't know this person, it's like
What do I
you
have to
said,
lose?
you have nothing to
I
lose.
know.
Right.
Say whatever you want. Especially when they're like, do you want to find out? Absolutely, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do want to find out.
It's a lot of yes and.
It's
Yeah.
so much yes and. It's
And-
like playing tennis.
And
Yeah.
so when they're like, okay, like, okay. And that's why I say you have to make a list. I recommend this to everyone is to make a list of restaurants, bars, and activities in your city that you want to do and you want to go to so that the next time someone in an app is like, do you want to meet up? Unless can we do this? First of all, if you're like me, you're shutting down the coffee and you're shutting down. I mean, and I respect the girls who want to do coffee. It's just not for me. I want to eat and I want you to pay for it. I want to be fed.
100%.
Yeah.
How do I know we can even have sex if you can't feed me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's where I started off from. But Julia, you're going to have a lot of opportunities this year to really get your flirt on. Do
Yeah.
you have a game plan?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. If you
Well,
want to help
I
me.
think it's also minimizing your weaknesses because flirting is a different art form in each medium. In
Yeah.
person, chatting on like,
It's
whatever.
very scientific.
Thank you. I'm a scientist. And I think if you're like not great with the messaging, just get it to in person as soon
Get
as possible.
into in person as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And
right.
that's why that night I was saying, tell him you want to hang out tonight.
we had just had pizza.
But that
It
doesn't mean
was-
you have to have sex with him.
I know, but Carolina, we were in Park Slope at like 11 p.m.
Send me a card.
If you
Yeah.
would come with me, maybe I would
I
have.
would have come
big-
with you.
okay.
I offered to come with
I
you.
think also we need a Google Doc or a note that is canned responses. Send me a car is one of them. Send me a car.
I
should
have.
be
Have you said that,
easy
Melissa? I've
response.
never said
Yes,
that to
100%.
somebody.
Send me a car. Duh.
Oh, wait, I
another
did
good
say
one.
that once, actually based on Carolina's advice. And then that person stopped. They were like, based on that, I don't think we can hang out anymore. It was that shitty.
Who was
the
Basura?
The tall Conan O'Brien looking motherfucker.
Well,
Okay, and he ended up being
no
trash.
offense,
He was
Connor. Tall Conan O'Brien.
I love a
don't
Conan
know that I
O'Brien looking
see
guy.
you with some. Okay.
And he
that,
ended
but
up
he
being
was
bad. And then he was
also bad to your.
and bad to one of my friends
Yes.
who also met him on, was it Tinder, Hinge?
I forgot.
One of those
Famous
apps.
or not famous?
Not famous.
No, he's not famous. But apparently I think he might be a little famous in New York City because he's out here.
Okay.
He's out on
Do
the
I know him?
streets.
I think he's
No.
notorious.
He's notorious for like serial dating.
Okay.
And so he ended up being bad.
He was
I'm
bad.
sorry, if a man can't call you a car, and I don't think you should always ask them to call you a car. I think they should offer sometimes to do it, depending on the situation. But if I ask you for one and we've had sex and you're telling me no, it's a problem for me.
I had no
It's a
sex with him,
problem.
but-
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that there is this culture of guys being like, they all just want dinner and they want me to pay for shit and they want me to send a
Yeah,
car
yeah,
and like
and-
blah, blah,
and-
blah. So if like a guy is getting triggered by something like that,
Then he's not for you.
it's not for you. And like, who knows? Maybe he's been horribly taken advantage of, but like probably not.
Probably
and
not.
it's probably just triggered by, something.
It's not my
Weird.
go-to response to
flag.
do that because I also like wouldn't behave that way with women,
Well, let's talk about that.
Mhm.
Because when I was dating women, I was like, I'm
into
an
that.
entirely different person.
Yeah.
I would, and like kind of to my detriment, to be honest with you, because I was like so overly conscious of what they would think and how am I being okay? Am I like treating so like, whereas with guys, I'm kind of like, who cares? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I would,
That's
whatever.
gotta be the
That's true.
energy.
a girl that I was going to hook up with was like, I'm leaving town like on Tuesday. I want to make sure we hang out like 2 more nights or else like I can't hook up with you. And I was like, honestly,
That's
either at shows or something. Yeah, first of all,
wild
that's an insane thing
request.
to say. She was like, it can't just be one night. It can't whatever. And I was annoyed because I did want to hook up. But I was like, I can't honestly tell you that I'm going to hang out with you 2 more times before Tuesday.
Mm.
And whereas a guy, I'd be like, sure. But I was
You would
like,
lie,
I
yeah.
would lie. I
Yeah.
probably would lie to
It's
a
easier.
man.
I don't know. Like, I can't. I think for me, it would be easier to lie to a man than it would be to lie to a woman.
Right?
And
Definitely.
I also feel, and I've noticed this in some of my friends that are bisexual, they treat like, and I agree with it, like the girls get a little bit better of a treatment. You know what I mean? You put in a little
Yeah.
bit more effort and I'd love to see it.
But it's also, do you know the lesbian canned response is, can we reschedule? I really want to hang out, but can we reschedule? Like whatever. It was constant rescheduling, constant logistics.
Is this true?
I don't do that, but it's definitely happened to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Or it's like a polite fading. Like we like it's just we kind of both are
Right.
not
Flake out
flaking
at least
out.
once or twice. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Do you find it as difficult to flirt with girls and guys?
I think, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just different in a different way. Like, I
Mhm.
think that with women, like I have gone on a few dates with a woman recently and I'm like, we are both subs and this is going to be
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
Like one of us,
Yeah.
and I feel like
And you have no desire to kind of be like a little bit more
it depends on the person and I have been
Mm.
in certain situations, but not so much in this one.
Mm.
So I don't know. I think that like, it depends on the personality because also there are some men who are fun to like boss around.
Absolutely. I think all men are fun
Totally.
to boss around.
Yeah.
That was God.
But yeah.
Ding, ding, bitch.
Carolina.
I'm going to
Um,
just turn off the silence.
But
Make
I
it
think it's just yeah, it depends on the person. I think I am inherently sweeter
silent.
with women
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
I feel like there's a built-in level of trust that I have there that I'm like, trust has to be earned from men. I ain't giving it away for
Yeah.
free.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like, I'm gonna distrust you until you
Until
show
proven
me.
not trust.
Exactly. And with women, I'm like,
Amazing.
I'm gonna trust you until you give me a reason
Yeah.
not
Right,
to.
right.
So the vibe is different.
The
for
vibe
sure.
is different, but like, are you able to kind of take the lead sometimes
With
and
women?
be the one to shoot your shot first?
I don't really do that with anyone, to be.
Really? I'm
No.
so surprised by that.
I'm
That I don't
very
shoot
surprised
shots?
by that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I knew that about the guys, but I didn't know that it was the same thing with ladies.
I mean, I feel like because I'm a sub, I'm a little power bottom girl. Like
I would call myself a power bottom, but I shoot my shot
We are
when
currently
I'm
both
ready
power
to.
bottoms.
I think we're both
I've
power
shot
bottoms.
insane shots with women. I don't know why. I think for me, in my experience with women, it's like more locked in eye contact where I'm like, I get where we're at more
Yes.
so. And that's a lot more comfortable. Not that I haven't had that with men, but I think that you're able to like perceive a lot more about a woman, at least at first glance. You don't know maybe everything, but like I feel it's easier once there's like a solid eye contact connection where you can kind of be like, okay, into, and then I feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Are we also including like a little?
I think it's easier to do that with women. Yeah. Like it feels safer to do. Yes, definitely.
Because I feel like that if it was me flirting with a girl, I would immediately go there.
But you know what? I also feel
I
like
would be like, "What's up, mommy?"
women are like so rarely single for long periods of time.
That's true.
Queer women.
That's true.
They're like, I've met women out in the world who I'm attracted to. I'm like, you are not single. Like it's clear that they're not. And with men, it's like, when guys are single.
Yeah.
Like they're single and they have been single and they're staying single.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It's tough. And sometimes I have been attracted to like a toxic fuckboy woman as well.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
But I also am like too old for that, where I'm like, I don't want to deal with that on either side from anyone.
I know.
But with like with a man, I'm like, I'll get what I need out of you.
Right.
I'll move on. But a woman, I'm like, this might actually destroy my insides.
Yes. So that was the worst for me when I was like, men are the problem, men are the issue. And I like start dating women. I'm like, no, gender is irrelevant. I am attracted to this at this time. And it was fuckboy, whatever, energy, non-binary, male, female, whatever. I was like, that's it for me right now. And yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
So in terms of, facilitating your flirting and also incorporating body language, I was thinking maybe we could do an exercise.
Okay.
We could do a scenario.
Okay.
You will flirt with both Melissa and myself. Who would you like to flirt with first?
Well, am I like, you're next to me, so this is maybe easier.
When she flirts
Sure,
with you?
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So I'll go first because
Okay,
I'm
great.
right
You're
here.
already seeing it. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
nervous.
Also, should I be myself or should I tell her who I am? Should I be
I think
myself?
Julia should decide that.
Yeah. Do you want me to be myself or do you want me to be like a guy?
I think you decide. I mean, it's hard. It's Carolina. I'm like, I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna be a guy. I'm gonna don't talk to me like you know me because you don't.
I don't know you.
You don't fucking know me.
And where are we? What's the scenario?
We're in a bar.
We're in a bar.
Yeah.
We're in an improv class right now.
Come on.
Apparently.
Okay, and scene.
So you're a guy.
I'm a guy.
Am I acting how I would act? Or
Yes,
am I
you're acting how you would act.
Okay. Literally. Okay.
What are you drinking?
It's like this, I think it's gin and like lavender. And here, do you want to taste it?
It's at vodka, our sponsor.
It's really good. I love the sponsored drink.
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
It's good, right?
Yeah. So where are you from? What's your name?
Julia, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy. Is that short for Andrew?
Yeah. But everybody calls me Andy.
Andy,
Yeah.
cool. What do you do?
What do? I'm a creative director for Nike.
I have to go. Bye.
Correct.
right, well,
No more creative directors. I'm done with them. Out.
Okay, fine. It's your turn, Melissa.
Okay. I think that I should be elusive lesbian.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck. Well, then the truth is we're not going to talk.
No, you have to talk.
I think that this will push you out of your comfort zone.
Okay.
And I'll be like,
And Melissa,
at
you
first
gotta
not
really
responsive.
flirt.
Okay. Yeah.
This is so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing. Just waiting for my friend.
Cool. Have you
Yeah.
been here for a while or?
Yeah. I don't know where the fuck she is. Sent her to get ice cups and she.
I hate when my
Hasn't
Oh my
friends
come
God,
back.
bitch, here's the ice cups. I'm going to go back inside. I forgot something.
Okay.
Love you, bitch.
Are you here with
Never-
anyone else or just your crazy drunk friend?
Yeah, just her. It's just humiliating.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you been to this party before?
Yeah. Yeah. My friend's the DJ.
Nice. He's
Yeah.
really good.
Thanks. Yeah.
Sorry, they're really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I
Okay,
hope you have
pause.
she's giving me
I'm
nothing.
pausing.
And
See,
see,
That's
this
the
is where
point of
you-
it.
I
and that's the
know,
point. And can
but
I
you-
help you? I'm trying to
Okay.
instruct you.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm
look
giving you
at
a lot of
Melissa.
eyes,
You meet
though.
Melissa out in the club. What about her can you talk to her about?
And I'm going to change my legs to be, I'm into it.
Hello.
Well, it's hard because I would absolutely, if she's too far,
Uh-huh.
I would touch her arm and be like, I love this. Like this is
Yeah, but even
Perfect.
if you couldn't touch it, you could still mention it. And you could be like, do you work in fashion?
I wouldn't say that though.
Okay, what would you say instead of that?
I'm the creative director of J. Crew.
Jenna Lyons.
I'm Jenna Lyons. I think okay, but so Melissa, if this was a real situation,
Uh-huh.
like I'd be like, this is a hot woman giving me nothing right now. So I
Mhm.
would probably think that because I'm not getting questions in return.
Yeah, but you're not really giving anything either. You're both kind of she's not giving.
I was trying to push Julia to really go for it, but I
Yeah.
will give more. But
She-
I felt
she
like
can
I
give
was
you-
giving you good eyes. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I
into
think
you, and I've
you
been like
didn't
looking
say
you up and
anything
down.
to really asking if you've been here before. Like, get in details of what's going on right here. The details of this.
I love this necklace. Where did you get it?
Thanks. It's Matthew Williams line, Alix.
It's really good. It's like a sexy airplane buckle.
Mm. Do you like
I-
to be buckled?
I do. I love to be strapped in.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
I do as well, but I'm open to receive it in addition to that.
Do you have any other straps of different kinds?
I
at
do.
home?
I do. Actually in my bag. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go to the
I would like to go to the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to- yeah, thank you. See, easy.
Much better.
Easy.
Much better.
I was getting into it.
I think you know what it is. I think you kind of said like more sillier stuff. You
Yeah.
got a little bit more like intense
Mhm.
off the bat. And what's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong
Mhm.
with it. Sometimes though, I will say women can come on so strong.
yeah,
in a way
I
that
do
is
know that, but
actually-
but this was
That was not
mutual.
that. That was not that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But if like queer
And then
shows
it's like-
sometimes too, where it's like I feel like I'm like
I remember you saying that. And that's
I feel
kind
like
of
I'm like
insane. And if anyone
shark
is
food.
any,
You know what I
like,
mean?
Oh, because you get on
fans of
stage and
Julia
they're
are
like,
listening, queer women who are fans of Julia, that makes it crazy. And
Don't get creepy. Don't get
Yeah.
weird.
And anytime a comedian does jokes on stage, they generally do not want to talk about them after they're set. It's like we're in a
No.
different universe. You know what I mean? Like we're in this
Pretend you
heightened,
didn't
weird
even
thing.
see me, honestly.
Mhm.
Honestly, or love the set, whatever, and
Yeah.
then talk about regular life because now it's regular life. It's not on stage anymore.
Exactly.
But what if you're at a show and you see a shorty that you like, that you're like, okay, shorty in the front row is cute.
That's
Has that
happened.
happened?
That has
And
happened.
then do you go over and say something?
No.
Why not?
Because I am a shy, not shooting shot introvert.
Your
Mhm.
actual stance says differently though.
Right now, I know.
How would you shoot your shot if, okay, let's hear scenario. Melissa was at the front row of your
Mhm.
show.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
giving
you come around, you come out into the audience,
Uh-huh.
and she doesn't approach you. She's still sitting talking to her friend. This is me and her baby.
but I'm giving
But she's looking. What you gonna do?
I would do eyes. I would give smile back.
Mm-hmm.
Would I approach?
Mm-hmm.
Unclear.
Okay, what if she was like,
Then of course I'm going over. Of course.
Julia,
What?
You gotta go over there.
I would go over. If she wants this, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I would
so
go
then
there.
What would you say when you came over?
Hey, what's up? Like, how are you?
Mhm.
Did you?
I think that's cute, but I feel like you should start
you
off.
rang.
No,
Literally.
you rang, or you know what? I saw you laughing in the front row. You're having a good time, or you have a really pretty laugh, or a pretty smile.
I actually do think it's odd to say
or like
I saw you laughing. Or something like hot like that.
okay, maybe not. Okay,
Not like you're having a good time, blah blah blah. Because I feel like that's more like teasy and like
It's
a
a little
friend way,
negging. Yeah.
neggy.
it works.
But I think
Let's
you
talk
fucked a
about
lot of
how negging
guys.
works.
It works. You
Or
get
like
negged
it
and
looked like
love
you had
it.
fun.
Yeah.
It looked like you had fun.
Okay, and what's wrong with
But
that?
I think you have to say it really like sexual wise. or
You
like in a
should
really
say it's
sexy way.
sexual, you take more
Versus
sexy.
like, then otherwise I'm like embarrassed.
Yeah, no. I
Otherwise
mean,
then it's like, looks like you had fun. Like
or if you want to take it there, I think start with a compliment is my point.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of the times it's like a lot of questions, but I feel like if you start with a compliment,
Yeah.
it starts the conversation off better.
It
Right.
can, but I think also sometimes like women are so giving with compliments,
True.
including straight women, that sometimes you're like, I can't read this person because
But
women
you're
are
at a
just
queer show.
lovely
She
and
knows
giving.
that you're queer. You're assuming that she's queer,
And I'm going to assume the woman next to her is maybe someone she's with.
But you know what I really liked as well? When someone would directly ask me, do you sleep with women? And I could say, yes, I do. And thank you for asking. And now we know what this interaction is.
Yeah.
And that was like so refreshing when that did happen. I've never said that to someone, but I would.
Yeah.
I think it's like a really nice,
I've never-
instead of, we're checking nails, which obviously, women are running for the hills. And
I mean, do you feel like you get assumptions based on those nails?
I'm positive I get assumptions based on this.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's
But
funny you
you're
say
like,
that
I don't
because in
care,
Fire
right?
Island one year, I literally arrived and was kind of like, I have the nails on. And I had a suitcase that was kind of fucked up and I lifted the lid and snapped just my pointer nail. So I was like, well, here I am on this island with, and I'm in the pines, obviously.
on the right hand too?
On the right hand.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's hilarious. And I like filed it down to like make it normal.
Good.
And everybody took that as a solid sign.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Which was,
And I've seen a
although
lot of
I hate how that looks.
when people have one short.
When
I
women do it intentionally, they do these two short. I
Yeah.
don't want
I
to see
love
that.
the queer community and I
Why?
love
It
that,
looks
but it looks
bad.
really bad.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I like that.
this
If I
looks
was in a
great as
lesbian
a set,
relationship,
but if-
I would not have.
Yeah, but the
I
girls
would
are
not have
letting you
nails
know.
anymore.
It's the reverse Coke pinky, where it's like, I don't want to know. Like,
where it's
if
like
you
I
do
need
Coke,
drugs and I
cool.
need to finger.
Yeah.
You're just like
It's
it's
like,
too much of a tell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. It's
I
too
would
much
just
of a
have.
tell.
I would just have not have nails, or I would have honestly nails like yours. Not the worst.
no, and you could
work. You
if
could figure it
Carolina
out.
filed it down a little bit more,
You'd be
you can
fine.
work with that.
Then I wouldn't have.
I
why
would get
have
really.
nails?
Yeah. I would not have these in too short. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, these are pretty short for me because I've been wanting to have.
This whole outfit is pretty lesbian for
I'm
you.
saying,
Look at the hiking boots.
multifaceted and whatnot.
If I wear my UGG boots, I'm not wearing shoes on the pod. Whatever.
I will ask Melissa, has there been a situation though where it's like, because you've had the nails for a long time,
Yes.
but are there moments where you're like, I'm intentionally doing no nails to send
Yes.
a signal of some
Yeah.
kind?
And when I was primarily dating women before the relationship I'm in now, I did not have nails for sure.
You didn't.
I didn't. And even in situations that I've had where I have had nails, I have been where I'm like, I'm sorry. And luckily it was just like a full bottoming experience for me.
Yeah.
And that was totally fine in those scenarios.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's not going to happen with these.
If you would you feel like if you exclusively dated women, if you were in a relationship with a woman, would you still have the nails?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely not.
I
Yeah,
mean,
wouldn't.
there's lipstick lesbians. Like, there's
Yeah,
women
of
who
course, but
do not.
I don't think that's the kind of relationship that I want. As
Yeah.
much as Pillow Princess does roll off the tongue nicely and the lifestyle I would enjoy, I don't think that that's the kind of relationship I would end up in. And I would probably, just get these sort of nails.
Yeah.
Or maybe save, $100 and whatever a month. Buy a boat.
Whew.
So, Julia, when you're on the apps, are you, ever since we had our conversation about kind of being a little bit more fun and free, do you have your phone with you? Have you
I
been
do.
Being fun and free?
I have been a little bit more. I have.
And how's that going in terms of responses?
Here's the thing though. I'm getting a lot of men
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting a lot of men are good at being forward and fun and flirty. I think a lot of women, it immediately like, sometimes I don't think that the compliment off the bat is actually that attractive because I'm like, show me, like, give me a little bite.
Say
Give
something
me,
funny.
like, I got a message from a
always say
woman
something
recently
funny.
who was like, I'm nervous that I can't keep up with your style. You're such a good dresser. Like, to say that from the jump, like where you're complimenting me, but also showing that you're insecure about
You're like,
yourself.
okay,
I'm like,
sub.
it's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
So,
But
did
I
you
have,
answer?
No.
Yeah.
I got turned off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think that's fair. And I think that it does require a lot more creativity to think of something it's, not to like bring comedy into it, but it's like when you start a set with like an observation about the room, everyone is at ease immediately. Where
Yeah.
it's like, I think you want to like disarm any anxiety that's like, it's always there in a first interaction or first even like message.
Yes.
To diffuse that with like any level of humor or something unexpected is, I feel like, better
Yeah.
than a compliment. 100%.
I agree. So, I think here's the thing. I think I want to meet somebody in person. I am telling friends, set me up.
Okay.
I want to be set up. I do.
Okay.
I want
And
someone
so,
who
audience-
I trust. Yes.
Julia Shiplett.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Shiplett.
Oh my God. I would love if this became some sort of
Like
hookup
a dating hookup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Julia's
a forum.
single. She's hot. She's
Yeah.
funny. She really does make me laugh, even when she's not trying to make me laugh. And I think that's
I
important.
feel like I only make you laugh when I'm mad and not trying to make you laugh.
Yeah.
That's when you laugh at
And
me.
she's so cute when she's mad. And I feel like people like that. Look at that face.
I love it.
And people love that about you. So when it comes to your dating in real life, you're saying, I want to meet someone in person. I want to be hooked up. Okay, so now you've been set up on the blind date. And you go to the blind date and you sit down. What's the energy?
Okay, well, I think it depends who's setting us up. Like, we have a mutual connection,
Oh, see,
right?
that's too much. You're making up too much. You're making it complicated.
Why?
Why does it matter who set you up?
That's
Are you gonna
my
sit there
way
and
in.
talk about them?
For a minute, yeah. I want to know the backstory
I do
between.
think that shit talking is like the number one way to immediate intimacy. Like
talk shit about the person who
who set
connected
you
you.
up.
That's
or
how you
like
create
make fun of
connection.
them.
A little bit. Yeah. You can.
Okay, so Carolina set you up. What are you talking about?
Oh, we're talking shit. We're talking mad shit. She's bullied me.
Yes.
And she set
Now
you
it's a
up.
support
You're
group.
welcome.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
I mean, do you guys have someone you want to set me up with?
I'm thinking
Rack your
about it.
brain.
I'm thinking about
I
it.
will
and
rack my
don't-
brain. I have someone good, but she's in LA for a bit.
Okay.
I can't think of anyone, but I will say I went to this. Well, are you going to more events? Because I went
Here's
to this.
the thing.
I went to this queer event.
They're all kind of bad.
I know.
No.
They're
This
all
one
really
was fun. It
bad.
was karaoke.
Well, it can-
I think that sounds awful.
It was-
if there's anything that's going to make me not want to have sex with someone, it's watching them sing karaoke. No
but not
offense.
everybody was doing.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's the
'cause-
least horny thing I've ever heard.
That's crazy because I have. Made
I would not do
guys
well in karaoke.
Take me on
Actually,
dates.
I do think Leisure Center is saying something. I'm actually going to protect myself from this anecdote that I was about to tell. Never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
Do you remember when it was your birthday last year, you did karaoke and I put on Goo Goo Dolls and immediately everyone was like, I'm going to kill myself. And I was like, I'm
Wait, in a
bad at
private
karaoke.
karaoke room?
No one's
Yes.
saying that. No, there's no such thing as being good or bad
Melissa
at
said that.
karaoke.
Zach said that. I think Paris. Everyone was
I
like,
didn't say
I'm
that.
going to
I
off
remember that.
myself right now.
That
I
That
was
was
like,
so funny.
I'm bad
But
at
I'm
this.
just saying.
I was like, that was the crazy choice.
There are some events that are fun. First of all, also I want to say about karaoke and it not being sexy. I
She's gonna
bagged
do this.
so many dudes.
but you can sing,
off of
Carolina.
making them
That
take
is
me to a
perfect for
private
you.
room.
That is
Karaoke.
for you because
Yes.
you're like, which men can stand to like listen to me
That's
sing
true.
unprompted for
At
and you're
least an
30
hour.
minutes to an
At
hour.
least an hour,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
your husband does that on a regular basis. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good. Like
But I-
picking an
I don't think
activity
it's not sexy though, is what I'm saying.
that
It's not for me, though.
As a
It's not
litmus
for me.
test of what you need in a partner is a
Okay.
good idea though.
And I'm going to stand up and say that the queer event that I went to with Daniele, Artie's roommate, also friend of the pod, Fab, she wanted me to go with her because she was like, I don't want to go by myself. And if I go, I'm not going to go if I'm going by myself. And she also needs to get her little butt out there. So I said, Mama Carolina's going to take you. She's going to chaperone you. She's going to take care of you. Make sure you're all right. So I went with her and I saw some cuties there.
Mhm.
And it was fun. It was fun. And one of the people who I thought was really cute sang a song. And they sang Fantasia's When I See You, which is
That's a hot song
a
to
Black
sing.
American classic.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that made me like them even more.
Was
So-
this just like a queer event or was this like a mixer singles?
No, it was
vibe?
just like a queer
Okay,
event.
that's
It was
cool.
just like
That's
people
good.
there hanging out. And there was you know, there was a couple of fine people in there.
I believe that.
And
Great.
so I'm just saying, I feel as though maybe that's an option.
Go to the
I'm not
woods
saying
on a
all of that.
Wednesday.
No. I'm not
trying to
saying
date
to
a
go to the woods
24-year-old.
on the Wednesday. The
No.
woods on the Wednesday.
I'm
it
just
can get
kidding.
really-
I'm literally a decade too old. For
Oh,
that.
yeah?
They're young.
I haven't been there in so long. Is
Young,
everyone young now?
Oh, really young.
Wow.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like when the girls are at the woods on a Wednesday, they're not looking for love.
Correct.
They're looking to say, hey.
Yeah.
I would have accepted love at the woods on a Wednesday.
But I'm saying it's not a love vibe. It's a like, what's up? It's like we're
Yeah,
all.
I mean, I will
Definitely.
also say what's up to somebody.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. But you were like, remember we talked about this the other night and you were like, Julia, if you want to just hook up with someone, you can do that right now. And I'm like, yeah, but I am demisexual still. I hate to use that term, but
What do you mean by that?
What does that mean?
I still need to be attracted to you as a person and like think you're not a full fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Even if I don't want to date you, I still have to be attracted to you. You can't just be
Well,
like
physically.
Well,
Or in other ways.
a little bit of both.
Okay, so it's got to be more than just the physical.
does that matter?
I don't
Does
have to do
gender
that.
matter?
No.
Okay. Because
That's
I think I
beautiful.
can have sex with a man who I think is an
Stupid.
absolute idiot
Me too.
woman. I don't know. Maybe I could. I just don't
think
think I
maybe not with a
have. I don't think I have.
I have no idea. I can't really speak on it, but I will say I have had fantastic sex with
Stupid.
stupid men
Yeah.
and that I did not respect or like, but it was just sex.
But you were attracted to them.
Body, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's attracted to the body.
I mean,
But it's also going to be energy as well.
Energy,
I
yeah,
told you I
you're
went on a
fine.
date with a firefighter because
Mhm.
I
How
was
was that?
terrible.
Really?
Terrible. I was like, this is exactly what I want. He had one of his photos on his profile was him
Muscles.
with a fire behind him. He's shirtless. He was on it was a calendar photo. And he's walking towards the camera, fire ablaze. And I was like, this is exactly what I want. Terrible date.
But you just
Crickets.
couldn't do it because you didn't respect him?
It wasn't because I didn't respect him. There was just literally zero chemistry. He was
Oh.
attractive, but like lights off. Lights off in a way that I was like, I can't
But
do
maybe
this.
they would have turned on
Had you
when
kissed him?
yeah. Because that's the thing. You do have to sometimes find out like change happens when all of a sudden like sex is
introduced.
apparent. Yeah.
Yeah, he is the type of guy though who would have called me like a female only. You know what I
Sure,
mean? Where I'm
sure.
just like, this is not.
See, I hear you, but I would have fucked
I
him.
can do that. Yeah,
don't
I can
care if
t-
you
I
call
can
me a
handle
fucking
that.
Female. I have that fantasy of that like kind of like fire, that kind of guy that you're
Yeah.
describing. I'm like, I would do it.
Yeah. I was on the edge of my
I would
seat.
do it. You don't have to do it. I respect you.
I
'cause
wanted
you're a
to do
woman of
it. I
class
really
and
wanted.
distinction.
But here's the thing: this man also not into me.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't into me. So
Mm.
like, I was like, okay,
Mhm.
Johnny's discerning.
Well, that
Just-
will turn me off as well.
Yeah, if they're not into
Yeah.
me. But I feel
You
like,
not having taste, that will get me right
I
out
un-
of here.
I
Bye.
unintentionally turned it into a podcast about fire safety. I asked him so many
That is
questions.
so
I mean,
funny.
I made him soft. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I want to learn everything about
fire,
scenarios.
and then maybe that has something to do.
I love
with him
his character on Sex and the City, like like Samantha, like naked in the fire station, and then Julia, like, so I really do need to invest in a fire blanket. You're saying,
Yeah.
Like,
Literally,
That's
I wanted to
incredible.
be Samantha. Like I wanted
Yeah.
that situation, but he wasn't. Maybe there's another firefighter.
Maybe there's
Sure.
another firefighter.
They're
out
always
there
are.
for
They're
you.
in every neighborhood.
Every neighborhood,
Yep.
every neighborhood, and honestly, like every 3 blocks. Like there's like a certain number of blocks that there. I was
They
learning
have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd
Required.
you learn that on the date?
You guys want to know about fire hydrants?
Sure do. Wait,
God.
when is the last time you rewatched Sex and the City? Because I feel like that's a really important part of the single experience.
I think it is too. I don't really watch it chronologically. I mean, I have seen it all chronologically,
sure.
but I feel like it's an anthology despite
Yeah.
the characters and the things that happen.
Mhm.
But I'll just do like a season 4 or season 5.
Season 4 is fun.
But
Yes,
it's
to
not-
pop in and pop out.
Yeah, I pop in, pop out.
Well,
I should
Carrie's single
rewatch the
season
whole
5.
thing.
You should. I think you should start from the beginning, especially. You know, I don't know. There's something about the beginning and like this kind of like thing that I always got very swept up in when I was single, where it's like just like sex immediately and you're like lose your head over it. And it's good to like have Sex in the City keep you in I almost said reality. That's not really what it is, but just keep you in check. You know what I mean? It feels like it's advice. I don't know if it's the right advice, but it does feel like some sort of guidance in your,
I agree.
especially when a Mr. Big comes calling.
I also think, Julia, that you can always call in for reinforcements. You know, if you know,
Meaning she means herself.
me.
I know. But Carolina, like, I
You're
know you
ashamed of
love to
me.
join a. No, bitch, not
Carolina.
at all. But I just think that it's. Ooh, that's me.
Don't even worry.
Who
That's
is
your
it?
ringtone. First of all, you have a loud ringtone, and then it's like one that uncles have.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Bongos?
drum. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
It doesn't stress me out. That's why.
I mean, just
That's
like help
nice.
you with the texting, help you with. I met a girl last night.
I will bring you in for that kind of reinforcement, but you also love to join a date.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'll
Carolina
just
once-
pop in. I'm like, Carolina, I don't
I
want you to
actually
do
love that too. I've gone on some dates with Carolina.
You have?
Yeah. Actually, her
Pre-Frank?
last date.
I
think I was dating Frank already.
You
Yeah.
were dating Frank. She just came on a date with me and Mo. Remember Mo?
I
My
do.
Muslim
Well,
dad?
that's who I thought that you
we
were
all had that
engaged
date
to.
right before the pandemic, and I was on a date. Remember, I was
Yeah.
with.
She was on a double date.
We don't
see
need
the
to say his
movie.
name, but he was
Yeah.
Oh
there.
my
I
God,
wasn't
that's
gonna say his
right.
name. I
Oh my
I just
God.
said my ex-lover's name.
So I was fifth wheeling. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I think you want like the sitcom situation, like Julia has an earpiece and you're like in a bush, like in the restaurant, like
or
tell
I'm
him
sitting,
this.
or
Like,
it's easier for me
she
to
has
just,
to find someone who she's going to be able to interact with.
or it's easier for
without
me
you.
to just sit at a table nearby where I can hear the conversation and text
with her
Julia.
little sunglasses.
That's true.
This person doesn't know me, or you just. I mean, there's different scenarios. I've also
I don't
gone
know
on
that
dates
you're
with
able to be
Marie.
low
I've gone on a
profile.
couple of dates with Marie and her lovers.
I love doing that too.
I had
My best
so much
friend
fun.
Abby, I went on her second date with her, probably will be her husband.
That's cute.
It was really fun and I cherish that. So I think you should bring friends on dates.
Interesting.
I brought Artie on a date with me once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never done that. Maybe I will. Maybe
See,
I will.
I think you gotta open
We're available.
your-
We're open. Yeah.
open it.
Our schedules are
I
pretty clear.
would rather tell you guys, hey, I'm gonna be here. Go. Let me pretend like we run into
We
each
run
other.
into each other.
I
I
That's
don't want
fun.
to tell my date my friend is coming. I wouldn't
that
run into
can
you.
send a weird signal.
Because I don't know if I was on a date and like they were like my friend's coming, I'd be like, the fuck?
Really?
Well, you
Mary
know who
Kate?
I was Googling is Calista Flockhart and Harrison Ford
Yeah.
because I saw them on the whatever award show. And she was super fucking young. She's Ally McBeal at this moment.
Mhm.
And Robert Downey Jr. comes on their first date. To dinner, she's like, I don't know, this guy's old and weird. And Robert Downey Jr. is like, well, it's fucking, I don't know what his name is in Star Wars.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
No, he's
Whatever.
Oh my god, we
No,
should really.
I don't
Han
know.
Solo.
Han Solo. He's Han Solo.
I was gonna say Skywalker, whatever.
Not Luke Skywalker.
So yeah, Robert Downey Jr. comes
I
to
know my
dinner
stuff.
and back to his house for drinks. So I always wonder, like, was Calista then third wheeling or was it like full fun? But it worked out. They're married for
Mhm.
wait,
years
but
and years.
Robert Downey Jr. was the third wheel in this situation. He was
Yes,
being,
but then I'm like, are they talking about fucking Star Wars? Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And she's
again,
sitting there eating a salad,
Robert Downey
Skinny.
Jr. is like, look, I just got out of rehab. I got time.
Yeah.
Let me be
Sarah
out with
fucking broke my
people.
heart. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, that's what it was.
Mary Kate once on an app was talking to a guy and she asked him, she put it in her bio, would you be willing to take my married friend on the date with us? And a guy took us on a date.
That's nice.
He took us fucking golfing, little mini golfing. And
I
out
hate
to
that.
eat.
I hate that. Would you go mini golfing with someone?
Not on a first date.
Ew.
Why
Ew.
not?
It's just not what I want to do.
I like mini
I don't
golfing.
play games. I don't
I don't play
any
games.
I don't want an
I
activity
don't want to
like
go to
that.
a barcade. I don't want to. No, I don't want to
I
do
love
games either.
mini golf. I like bowling.
I would actually. I do like bowling.
And
I
I love
hate
ping
bowling.
pong.
I'm bad at pool, but I do like pool. But if
I'm
I'm
trying
trying to
to
have
have
Pool
sex
is
with
the only
you,
sexy activity. Pool is literally the only sexy.
but I'm bad
Right,
at
'cause
it,
you
so
wanna
I think
bend
it would
over and
stress
be
me
like,
out.
yeah. And then it's like, you're like, I don't know,
Ping
something
pong is
sexy about it.
Ping pong is the opposite of
Okay,
sexy.
Forrest Gump. That's what I'm thinking of. Like, you are insane. That is
That's
not
crazy.
sexy.
When I was dating, and even now as a married person, like our dates are things that I mostly want to do and that I think he'll enjoy. But like, I always go in with the attitude of like, and that's why I feel like fun as a single person. 'Cause I was like,
Right.
I don't go on bad dates because I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to
We
get
always
drunk.
say
respect
this.
that.
You say this too,
Yes,
right? We say this.
we've talked
I don't
about
go
this
on
a
bad
lot.
dates because I came here to have fun.
I'm going to
I
have a
did
good
my
time.
hair. I put on my lip.
Mm.
I lotioned my skin and I got myself cute and I'm going to eat and I'm going to have a drink and if you were cuckoo, I'm going to listen to your cuckoo-ness and find a way to make it funny.
And also,
and find a way to have a good time.
I'm going to talk about myself.
I'm going to talk
and I
about
love
myself.
to do that.
That's a great attitude. That's a great attitude.
We are
think that
sociopaths.
we are sociopaths, but I will say, I think that there are a lot of people who resist this or like kind of just don't want to go there because they're so worried about what the other person would think. But I think the faster you start like being yourself, letting them know about you and like having a good time, the easier the whole thing goes.
You're right. I think the truth is like, yes, I said I am ready for love, but I'm also like, I like my own company a lot. And I'm like, okay with, I'm never going to be pressed to be in a relationship.
And we love that.
I know. But it's like a blessing and a curse because I will be like, yeah, if I won't have a good date, honestly, if I'm with someone, like, even if I'm doing what I want to do, I'd be like, I wish I was alone or with my friend. Like, that's what I want.
And that's why you should bring a friend on a date.
But that's
maybe
also
that's actually true.
a matter of like perspective and perception, because you are in a place where you're not like, okay, I'm going to go in feeling positive because I want a relationship. You're more like neutral. Let's see how it goes.
Let's have an experience.
And that's fine too. Like, I think one is not better than the other.
Yeah.
I think some people go in with like, I'm going to like be charmed.
Yeah.
And some people are like, let's see what you got. You know?
I am, let's see what you got.
And that's cool. And that's a cool attitude to have. I think that's probably really hot to a lot of people.
I think it is hot to a lot of people, but I also think you could try out some new things.
I know. I'm working on it.
Go
I'm trying
in
to be
with
less.
like fucking try and then be mad. See where that goes. I'm just saying, don't do that.
I also know
I'm already. People tell me I'm aloof enough, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm actually just kind of shy.
Oh,
that's sweet. We love that.
Well,
we're like, what's that like?
Yeah, I don't know what that's like, but maybe it's also about like going in with an intention and a character. You know what I mean?
A character choice. Carolina's like, wear a blue wig, see what happens.
No, I don't mean like your wig. I just mean
Carolina's
like
hello. Like, you want me to talk in an accent the whole week?
No,
she would.
A character choice like, okay, my goal, my thing that I'm going to be focused on or reveal, like, is this. And then like you sit down and you're like, I'm going to actually talk to you about being from Chicago, or I'm going to talk to you about like my favorite, or like a nightmare that I had, or a dream, or, ask them about their dreams. Really get, random shit.
Yeah.
Do some random shit.
I think you should come with a story. And I do think that you should treat it as like, a reporting situation. Like, you are trying to get the most information that you can. Just, I guess this is very Virgo, but just to make the most of the time. You know what I mean? It's like, maybe you find out something on the first date you would have found out on the second date because you're asking a lot of questions. And it's like, okay, now we have a free night.
It's giving journalism major. And as a fellow journalism major,
yes.
I recognize that.
As a journalism major, you should be out there.
I know.
Flirting it up.
Finding the story.
Finding the story.
Get your beat.
Finding the story. I gotta get my beat.
Get your beat down.
Yeah.
I want my beat to be love this year.
Oh, and I want you to have it.
Yeah.
I was...
But
okay,
let's
now
not
I'm
get
like
it twisted.
sitcom.
I'm also down to clown. Like, I do want to have fun.
Yeah, you want to have fun. She told me she want to have fun the other
We'll
day.
go
and
to
I was
fucking
like, I can
Henrietta
arrange that.
Hudson. Yeah.
Henrietta Hudson.
Never seen a hot woman there in my life. Never seen a hot woman there in my life. I gotta say.
Except Jenna Lyons on Roni. But
Roni, yeah. Who was with her? Julia Solomon.
And
Julia Solomon goes by. Yes. Melody. Melody's hot. I see Melody at Henrietta Hudson.
Bryn was there.
Bryn, straightest woman in the world.
I know.
Yeah.
Love
Tough
her,
to see that representation on TV.
Bryn?
False by. We can't say that. Maybe edit that out. But to me, it's giving false by.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely think she would have sex with a woman. I think that she is in her heart straight, but I think she'd fuck around for sure.
I give her a lot of shit.
She's a good time girl.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Julia wants to get with Bryn.
I actually don't. She's beautiful, but no.
Really?
I mean, I would. Yeah, I would, but like,
you liking her.
But like, we wouldn't.
And you
It
both
wouldn't
gonna
work.
talk
It's
about-
not gonna
We're
work.
going to talk about rare
Freckles.
books.
Yeah. That rare books bit. Whew.
That
I
was
know.
odd.
It's hard to watch.
It was like,
it's hard to watch.
okay, girl.
I know. Well, Julia, what kind of do you think that we gave you good advice or bad advice?
I think you gave me great advice.
Uh-huh.
I think that you're two deeply booed up women who are in committed, healthy relationships.
But we weren't always though.
And
No.
we're
I hate when
crazy,
people
and we're
dismiss
really
my-
crazy.
Yeah, don't dismiss my wild past.
I know your wild past.
Yeah.
I'm not dismissing it.
And
My-
you know it. So it's like, yeah, I'm booed up, but like I was out here having a good time.
Yeah, but
And also one thing I just do want to hit on before we end things
Mhm.
is the body language. We didn't really talk about
Oh,
body
yeah.
language.
Good point.
Melissa, do you have any body language pointers?
Well, when I started fake flirting with Julia, I was crossed this way, but
Mhm.
I needed to be crossed this way.
Mhm.
Like everything I think needs to be
Mhm.
front facing.
Mhm.
And
I think leaning
I
in.
think-
is
leaning
also,
in,
like touching
Gentle-
your own anything.
yeah.
like this.
Take that however you
See how I
want.
have
Yep.
my hand
No,
here?
yeah, she's
I start
so
violently
horny
fingering
for me.
myself.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You're amazing,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think also like, I mean, you always smell great, but like wearing a scent, even like introduces to yourself
Yeah.
sensuality and like just leading with
Mhm.
that.
And leaning in. I think also leaning in. I
Leaning
feel
in.
like
Eye
all my friends that are
contact.
good, eye contact and leaning in. All my friends that are good flirters always lean
Mm.
in. You can always see them.
Lead with the tits.
You know,
Mhm.
they go in for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do think that, especially in queer and both, like literally staring longer than you should.
Mhm.
I'm not going to delve into the full story. Oops, we got to go. I did meet someone that I hooked up with very quickly, simply based on like I had a story in my mind prepared to be like, when he's like, what the fuck are you staring at me for? I was like, oh, I know you from somewhere or something like that. But instead it was just, we hooked up really fast.
Mm.
And
Because he was staring back.
Mhm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I think that, and I always say don't wear like headphones on the train.
Really?
You never
That's
know who you could
crazy.
meet.
I need to listen to my music.
Sure. Or I don't know. Maybe it's not about headphones. Maybe it's just stare at people on the train.
I do.
This man hit
Yeah.
on me on the train.
There's so many hot people on the train.
There are hot people in the train.
Oh my God.
A man hit on
Not
me on
the
the train
six.
coming here today. He asked me first of all, why would you bother me? I was legit like with my eyes half closed. And he's like, excuse me. And then I like jumped. 'cause
Well,
I was
not
like,
that.
"Ah!" And then he was like, does this train go to 14th Street? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, if you look up there, you'll see all the stops. I go back to minding my business. He's like, actually, I know that. He's like, my name.
Carolina.
You what?
He was trying to flirt with you.
Yeah, I'm telling you he was. And he's like, my name is whatever. And he's like, what is your name? Can I talk to you? And I was like, no, I'm married.
Mm.
And then he's like, what, I could still talk to you? I was like, no, you see me, I'm taking a nap. And then he
You see me, I'm
I-
taking a nap.
I will say, if
And
you
then
see
he's
someone with
like-
their eyes closed, maybe don't disturb them.
That's true.
It's also
Taking a little
bold
nap.
that you're riding the train with your eyes closed.
I have done
Someone's
that
gonna throw
since
pee
I was
in
a
your face.
child. None's ever happened to me. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I literally,
I
especially going
did
to
fall
school
asleep a
in
lot
the
on the train when
morning.
I first met
What?
you.
I would take the train to school. I would be on the train like this. And then
I
my
can
body
totally
would wake
picture
me
you
right up.
as a
As a little
child.
baby. Just
Yeah.
Parker. Yeah.
Literally Parker, girl Parker.
Girl Parker
Sleeping on the train.
I'm dying. I used to sleep on the train a lot too. I'd wake up at the end of the line when I lived in Astoria a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but see that kind of sleeping on the train wasn't on purpose.
That was not
I
on
would do
purpose.
that too.
I've done that.
Oh God. Well,
Julia, I'm really
We're
happy with
excited.
this episode. I feel like this is good energy. I feel like we workshopped a lot of good points.
we literally workshopped.
We
We were
did.
doing
Workshopped.
improv.
Yeah.
My flirting game, next level now.
Yeah.
I think so. If you listen to us, it could be.
Well, you're such a fucking catch.
Mhm.
Without our advice, you're a fucking
Mhm.
catch. You are likely not going to be single for long, and during which you're going to be doing a lot of fucking. So we're
Mhm.
really excited for you.
I'm really
let's
excited for
go.
you. And please
Yeah.
promise to tell us all about the fucking.
Yeah, we really need to
I
hear
will.
about
All
it.
about the sexual.
Yeah, we're going to do an
I will.
episode about that.
Okay.
Okay.
When we launch the Patreon.
Bring me back.
Okay.
So those
Yes.
details are going to be behind a paywall.
Exactly.
Mhm. All right, Connor, hit it.